Yes, okay. Are you able to make the... Yes, okay. Yes, okay. If you are not able. Yes, okay.
May I start?
Yes, okay.
Okay, so I will explain about communicative language teaching. Its definition is a language teaching that takes importance in the interaction of students, treating it as a way and a goal. The principle is the goal is to be able to use the target language in communication flawlessly. The teacher have a significant role, that is to accommodate and facilitate every student to make an interaction communication. Next, everything is done in a communicative way. Teacher acts as a gateway between each part of a lesson. The next, more focus on function rather than form. Next, everything is done using target language. The use of native language is not prohibited.
Bukan tapi ya,
The use of native language is not prohibited. And the last is practical application is also important. Next, the technique used is using scramble game, role playing, using picture trip story, and the use of authentic language materials. Next, the implementation. First, the teacher gave student a text or a paragraph in which the sentences are in scramble. The student must rank the sentences to form an orderly text. This can also be done with an instruction order, dialogue order, etc. Next, the advantages. The first one is more interesting and motivating. Students' needs are fulfilled. Usually is more easy to learn. The speaking section is more advanced. Next, the disadvantages. Took longer to learn. Errors are often ignored, making it hard to read perfection in grammatical section. And the last is, just like in society, communication does not have 100% chance of success. Okay, ma'am, that is all.
Okay, so maybe you can wrap up, yeah, wrap up using your own words. So, what is in your mind about communicative language teaching here, Vicky? If
In my opinion, communicative language teaching is where the teacher teaches the student to communicate with each other and prioritize interaction between each student, so that when they done with their lesson, they will be able to communicate effectively with the target language. So everything revolves around communication.
Okay, Vicky, when you will be, I mean that next you will be a teacher, and then what kind of the skill what kind of a skill are focusing on CLT, communicative language teaching?
I will take emphasis on the speaking and listening skill.
Okay, so why do you want to emphasize in that skill? I mean, in the school, in those skills.
Because those skills are an important skill if we want to be able to communicate using the target language.
Okay, Vicky. Okay, if why do you, for example, that's my question, yeah. So you must understand about the definition. It is the concept, yeah. All of you, for all of you, my students, please understand the concept. Actually, what is CLT here? And then what is the principle? So all your answer must be based on the theory that you have learned. So it is a concept. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Vicky. So we will continue our presentation. Okay, Nadal, do you have any question?
Yes, ma'am. I have some question for Vicky, maybe. Yeah. You just add one implementation. So what another implementation of CLT? That's one. That's my first question. And the second question is, how could CLT affected to studying target language? So because in your task, I didn't see any words target language or foreign language. Yes, thank you, ma'am.
Yes, okay, you're welcome. Come on, Vicky, you can answer.
Okay. First, I will answer the first question. The second implementation can be done by using picture story. So there is an image. In below the image, there is a kind of sentence that describe the image. So there is a lot of image. First, you make a small group that consists of a 5 person. You give the first image to the first person. Then you must make the first person that guess what the second image is. So by make the that student guess what the second image is, they will be able to learn. They will be able to learn. Wait, wait a minute. Okay, so by making them guess what the second image is, they will be able to.
Hello, Vicky. Are you still here? Hello, Vicky. Vicky.
Yes. Be making that student guess the second image, they will be able to train their creativity and thus making them take a more interest in foreign language teaching. That is for the first question. And may I ask you to repeat the second question? I kind of forgot about it.
Okay, my second question is, how could CLT affected to studying foreign language? Because in your task, I didn't see any words like foreign language or target language. Maybe for easily way, you could explain how CLT affected to studying foreign language, just like that, just like that.
Okay. If I can help Vicky, Nadel, maybe would you mind to show us, I mean the activities, yeah? It's a kind of activities in CLT that make the process of target language can be achieved. Do you mean like this? It's a kind of the activities? No?
Yes, activities, ma'am.
Okay. So Vicky, Dadel asked you, because he doesn't see some activities in CLT, or maybe you can show some technique lah, okay, some technique to support your activities in which it could improve the target language. Have you got the point what I say?
Yes, ma'am, more or less.
Yes, okay, come on.
So we can improve our ability about direct language using communicative language teaching, because in communicative language teaching, we, by the instruction of the teacher, make an interaction or communication between each of ourselves. For example, me and you using the target language. So by normalize ourselves using the target language, we will be able to learn that target language more easy, because we are already used to them. Is that all right, Nadal?
Yes, maybe enough.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Vicky. Any student want to ask? Oh, Akbar, do you want to ask question?
Yes, ma'am.
Mhm.
So, Mas Vicky, so according to your paper, according to the communicative language teaching method, in your opinion, will it be effective to teach a large class using this method? And please explain it.
If be large class, you mean there is a lot of students, then we
Yes.
can do it by making them into a small group and assign them with certain tasks that ask them to interact between themselves. I mean, with their other group member. So yes, it is possible, but with certain limitation, because it will cost a lot of energy and time consuming. So it will be more beneficial if the class is small. Is that okay, Akbar?
So, with this method, it is not effective. Do you mean that?
Not effective, but not maximally effective.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Okay, the next, Rimba, do you want to have a question?
Yes, ma'am. I
Hmm.
have 2 questions for Ma'am Ari.
Oh, to me. keep. If it is for me, yeah, keep first. Okay, keep first. Just for the Vicky. This is the turn. It's Vicky turn. So if you have a question to me, just keep. Please keep first, yeah. Okay, for the Vicky, do you have any question, Rimba?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. So, Vicky, because there is no question for you from your friend. So, okay, I think that's all. Please give applause to Vicky. Ayo, give your reaction. Okay. Now, okay, Vicky ya. Vicky again, please practice your English, practice your pronunciation. Bukan me and I ya, Vicky. Me itu sebagai apa, Vicky? If in a pronoun, the position in a pronoun. Kalau me itu sebagai apa? As a subject or as an object? Me and you. Tadi kan kalau enggak salah saya dengar we and you. Kemudian menggunakan kata using itu apa ya tadi pronounnya dia. Practice ya Vicky ya. Oke,
Ya,
apa? Kalau me apa? Me itu coba cek your grammar first. Me as a subject or object?
object, ma'am.
Object. So object, where is the place in object? in initial on in the back.
In the back.
Nah, jadi gitu ya, tolong adik-adik disadari semua. I say in bahasa Indonesia ini langsung. Jadi perhatikan ya, kalau Anda pengen menjadi objek itu pasti letaknya di belakang. Biasanya nggak suka saya dijadikan objek, saya pasti pengennya menjadi subjek. Kalau subjek itu pasti di depan tempatnya. Itu salah satu cara mengingat-ingatnya, Vic. Jadi biasanya itu wanita itu pasti dijadikan objek seksualitas. Nah, misalkan dijadikan objek, berarti wanita itu pasti dapat dikenai terus gitu. Nah, makanya sekarang ada penyetaraan gender. Nggak bisa, kita itu loh sama. Nah, misal seperti itu. That's only the example. Jadi kalau anak-anak atau peserta dijadikan objek, itu Anda ketika mendesain pasti gini, guru meminta siswa untuk menjawab pertanyaan. Berarti ketika guru meminta siswa untuk menjawab pertanyaan, siapa yang menjadi subjeknya? Guru subjeknya teacher. Teacher ask the student to answer the question. Who is the object?
Student.
Student. Nah, if you write your statement in your design seperti itu, berarti Anda itu you are still teacher center. Loh, terus bagaimana? Change objeknya, siswanya taruh di depan. Siswa mengerjakan atau siswa berdiskusi dengan teman kelompok sesuai dengan panduan guru. Loh, siswanya itu yang diminta untuk aktif. Siswa berkelompok, siswa mempresentasikan. Berarti yang tidak aktif siapa? Teachers-nya. Have you got the point? Jadi nanti kalau ada pas silabus desain, pasti Anda akan diajak ke situ. Oke, so Rimba. Oke, what is your question related to the CLT here?
Yes, ma'am. The first question is, does communicative language teaching is a technique or an approach?
Okay.
And the second question is, I think we are missing some method from previously meeting, man.
What is it?
Audiolingualism.
Yeah, audiolingualism after this. So because Vicky, actually I asked Vicky to present audiolingualism, but he cannot find the file. So he want to present CLT. So we miss one method. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so thank you, Rimba, ya, to remind us. Okay, actually I want to give an opportunity for the Vicky to present everything that he has. So, hello, all of you, my student. Please let me to share screen here. Wait a minute. So we are starting from the definition, yeah. Okay. So this one. Okay. So here, CLT is an approach to language teaching that emphasizes interaction as both the mean and the ultimate goals of the study. This method is based on the idea that learning language successfully comes through having communicate real meaning. When learners are involved in a real communication, their natural strategy for language acquisition will be used, and this will allow them to learn to use the language. Rimba asked me, ma'am, CLT is a method or is an approach? So when I say here, or when all of us read here, I can try to make a conclusion that CLT could be considered as an approach. Sometimes CLT can be considered as a method. So we can use both of them. Yeah, the first one that CLT could be as an approach. CLT could be also as a method or model. That's the same with the scientific approach. Maybe one of you have heard about scientific approach. Scientific approach could be considered as an approach. Sometimes it could be considered as a method or a model. Have I answered you, Rimba?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So if you have, if for example, in your lesson plan, you wrote or you will write CLT, yeah, just write CLT. What is your method? CLT approach or CLT method? I think that's no problem. Okay. So my concern here, all of you, for all the students, that we are concerned about actually what is the CLT. So CLT is used, for the teacher to make the process of a learning language successful through communication in a real meaning. So it means that the learner must be involved in a real communication. In a real communication. So maybe you create such kind of a material in which that the learner behave as if it is a real communication. Okay, next. So this is the goal of CLT. So what is the goal of the CLT? The student are able to communicate in a target language. The student are able to understand about the communicative competence. Student can describe the linguistic theory. Student can able to design EFN lesson plan according to communicative approach. Student are able to link the main objective of communicative language teaching. And then student are able to discuss the issue one in a communicative language teaching. So this is our goal actually in a communicative language teaching. So what about the role of the student and the teacher? Remember that the teacher as a facilitator. It means that the teacher will have the student how they are able to communicate their language, to acquire their language. So here that the teacher role as an advisor. The teacher monitor the student performance. So this is the teacher role. It means that, okay, you provide some changes, you provide some opportunity for your students so your student can practice. It means that the student as a communicator. Remember in a CLT, what is the student role? The student role as a communicator. It means that the student are motivated to work together to negotiate meaning in order to accomplish in a given communicative task. Again, so maybe if I can hear that in a communicative language teaching or a CLT here, that we are focusing on 4 skills. That is a reading, writing, listening, and speaking. So here that, okay, ma'am, I will use CLT. It means that you will English integratedly. It means that you will focus on reading, writing, listening, and speaking. And then what about the technique? Okay, so, what about the rule of the native language? Maybe you can ask me. Native language can be used by students during learning. However, the target language is still being used more often than the native one. So it is almost the same with the GTM. But there is an exception. It means that the native language, yes, you can use. But the portion for the target language is more than the native language. If I can say maybe 30% for your native language, and then your target language 70%. So what is the function of the native language here? So to make the target language easier to understand, as well as to make a link between things that they do not know to once they know well enough. However, if I can make a conclusion here that, okay, the student can use native language, so they are, ma'am, I want to see this, so what is in a target language? Or if you want, ma'am, I want to apply all atau fully in English, maybe you can combine with the direct method. I think that's okay. I think that's okay. But in CLT, again, in CLT, the concept of the CLT, the student still, the student are still allowed to use their native language. Okay, so what about teacher response to the student error? Ya, error made by the student are tolerated. Jadi kalau masih ada yang salah, ya ditoleransi aja. Because we are focusing in a fluency-based activities. So, and it could be considered natural if there is an error by the student. Ya, in a communicative skill tadi. Okay, so okay. What about the technique here that can be used by the teacher? So the teacher use authentic material. I mean that when we are talking about authentic material, it means that the material must be from the original countries. Yeah, maybe you can take it from BBC, you can take it from English speaking countries. So it could be called as an authentic material. For example, that okay, ma'am, but it's not relevant with my student. Yeah, you can adapt it. You can okay, it's too long. Maybe the material is too long. Maybe you can cut off. Yeah, you can adapt it, not adopt it. Yeah, when we use technique authentic material, it means that you must thinking wisely to your student. You know the student competent. Okay, if I use this material that's too long, it's not relevant with my student, so you can cut. Okay, I will adapt. I will adapt. Okay, the technique again that you can also scramble sentence. Scramble sentence is it's a kind of maybe that you have what should I say? Scramble sentences like okay, you have a dialogue and then your dialogue it will be jumble sentences, to scramble and then ask your student to rearrange the scramble sentences into a good dialogue, and then they can practice maybe using role play here. And then you can also use language game. You can also make a picture strip a story. Yeah, okay. So this is the technique that we can use in CLT. And then what about the advantages and disadvantages? So talking about advantages here, that interaction and relationship between student and teacher will be getting better. Okay, and then students are more interested and motivated. Students are interested, okay, I like to study English because there is some picture, there is some game that make me happy to learn English. Remember student, when you use ice breaking in your teaching learning process, it means that it must be still relevant with your learning objective. Don't outside your learning objective. It will be loose. It will be loose in my suggestion. And then a student will be more confident. Student will be active in the class because the teacher provide many opportunity to express their ideas, to express their opinion. So it is the advantages of CLT. What about the disadvantages? So it can be said that CLT can be applied for the beginner student, for young learner. It's quite difficult. Maybe it can be apply when in a junior high and a senior high. Maybe it is still possible. And then students are more depend on the teacher. It means that okay, the student will wait. Okay, what the next will be given by Mr. Akbar, yeah? What the next will be given by Mrs. Hanifah. So the teacher always depend on the student related to the activities, because here that the technique is still using that not make the student to be an independent learner. Yeah. Okay. And then wait a minute. That okay. Students are tend to speak frequently rather than to speak using correct grammar. So because we are focusing on a communicative language, it means that we are focusing on the students are able to communicate. Sometimes the teacher ignore the grammar. Yeah, the teacher ignore the grammar. So I think that's all. Or do you still have any question about? Oh, I have another. So Nadal, so what is question?
Yes, thank you, ma'am. What's the point that could be different direct method and CLT? That's my first question. And the second question is CLT learn about maybe communication in real life, like like always commonly used in real life.
Mm-mm.
Yes, that's it.
Oh, so please repeat your second question. The first question I have got it the point that what is the differences between direct method and CLT. So what about the
Yes.
second question?
My second question is maybe just like is CLT is learn about what conversation or communication is commonly used in real life or not?
Oh, so just clarify that. Okay, ma'am. Is an atau does the CLT focusing atau does the CLT focus on real communication?
Yes.
Yes, that's your question.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I directly answer. So yes, I agree with you that in CLT CLT focuses on direct in a real life communication. It means that it's relevant with the daily life of the student. So please find the topic that is familiar with the student. For example, that daily activities and then hobbies and then make the topic that is relevant with your student. Have you got the point what I say, Nadel?
Just like maybe someone asking about the direction about maybe someone want to go to the
Service?
hospital like the direction, how to show the direction like
Yeah,
that.
it's one of them. It's one of the topic. So it's one of the topic that you can use. Okay, showing direction. And then, for example, that okay, del atau your activities in the morning. Yeah, you can show to your student related to the topic that is relevant with your student, and finally you can achieve your goal, that is the student are able to communicate. Have you get the point what I say? Nadal? Halo? Ini Nadal, Nadal? Do you have a problem with your internet connection? Nadal? And then I answer your first question. What is the differences between CLT and direct, CLT and DM or direct method? So I have told you before that direct method focuses on young learner. Direct method focus on vocabulary. Yeah, and direct method isn't allowed to use native language. However, in a CLT, the students are allowed to use native language, but the portion is less than the target language. It's focusing on 4 skills, not only for vocabulary, 4 skills. And then it's not relevant with the young learner. Have I answered your question, Nadal?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, okay. So that's clear, yeah? You're welcome. Okay, next, Naufal.
Thank you, ma'am. So I would like to ask questions about CLT. And why does CLT not focuses on accuracy, but why on fluency? Does it affects on communication only, or to implement communication that is based on grammar and vocabulary, ma'am?
Okay, Naufal, if I make a summary about your question is why does CLT focuses on fluency, not on accuracy? That's your question?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. So again, my student, we will back to our definition. We will back to our definition about, okay, CLT here. Okay. So hello, I will back here to this definition here that CLT emphasize on interaction, both, CLT emphasize on both interaction, student and student or the teacher. So if you, I mean that in CLT, the teacher ignore about the accuracy. Why? If the teacher focuses on accuracy, it means that how to say in a good pronunciation, how to say in a good grammar. So the student will be nervous. It means that the concept of the CLT itself, it cannot be achieved. So when we are doing communication, it means that sometimes we ignore the grammar. So here in a CLT, if you apply CLT, don't focus on the grammar, but you must focus on that the students are able to express their opinion in real communication. The students are able to acquire the language, especially in a target language. Have you got the point what I say? Wait a minute. So here, so this is the learning process of a CLT. Ya, so information gap. Ini ada information gapnya. Activity where students are answering the missing information from a test and the student need to discuss it to find the correct answer. So here that it means that, okay, in activities, maybe if I can say the concept, okay, Naval, what do you do every morning? Hey, come on, Naval.
I usually go to the bathroom
I usually go to the bedroom
to wash my face and take a pee.
So here that, okay, feedback, there will be a goal to achieve a better speaking skill behind communication between student to the teacher. So I have a question here, and then you as a student, it means that you as a communicator, you can respond me, you can give a feedback. So this is the goal in CLT. So I don't thinking about the grammar. Okay, again. And then Naval, do you have your mom in the morning?
Could you repeat it once again, ma'am?
Okay, do you have your mom in the morning?
Yes.
Yes, okay. What do you do to you have your mom?
I usually help her cook and clean the dishes.
And clean the dishes. Okay. So when you answer, Naval, could you have atau do you have your mom in the morning? Your answer just yes. But when we are discussing about the grammar, kan ada harus ngomong yes, I do. Ya Panda. And then when I say what atau what do you do to your mom? Okay, I do help her cook. Kan tidak harus I help apa to cook, I blah blah blah. So we don't think about the grammar here in a CLT, but we focus on your student response. It means that when I have a question and then the student can able to respond like this, so we go on. So it could be considered as a CLT. And here it is the interaction. So the interaction kan ada student-student, student-teacher, teacher-student. So ini interaksinya di dalam CLT itself. Have you got the point what I say? So why in CLT? Why doesn't CLT focus on accuracy? Because we cannot do between fluency and accuracy at the same time. In CLT, the teacher focuses on 4 skills and it must be taught integratedly. So here that the focus is on apa ya? Yeah, the focus is on CLT is fluency and communicative. So this is for me to answer your question, Naufal. Do you want to give a feedback to my comment?
I would like to, ma'am. So
Yeah.
from what I learned
Mm-mm.
is that we use CLT to only communicate, not by focusing on the grammar, but only focusing on the communication to increase the skill of the communicative skills on each learners.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Okay, so have you got the point?
Yes, ma'am, I have the point. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, still any question? No, yeah? Oh, okay, Lutfi, come on. Yes, come on, Lutfi.
Yes, ma'am. I wanna ask. After understanding what CLT, I wanna ask question. What factors influence the success of this method in teaching? That's the first question. The second question is, what are the difficult in maximizing CLT in learning? Thank you.
Okay. Please repeat, yeah. The first question, the success of method, yeah. Hello,
The
Lutfi.
success of the success of this method in teaching.
Oh, the success of this method in teaching.
Yes.
Okay. Next, the second question.
And the second question is, what are the difficulties in maximizing CLT in learning?
Okay. To maximize the CLT in the process of teaching learning. So again, my student, if I can say here that, okay, I will be back to you to show my slide here that, okay, if you want to be success in the process of teaching learning, the first one that you must behave. It means that, hello, your role in here in the student, you must be as a facilitator. It could be make the process of teaching learning successful, and you can also maximize. Yeah, please behave atau you behave as if you are as a facilitator, and you don't be authoritative atau ya ignore about that. Yeah, so here that your job as a facilitator, it means that you must provide many material. Yeah, you must provide many material that the student can practice, can use the language. So maybe, okay, I will use, for example, that, okay, the student are able to speak in English. The first one that you are drill your student, and then after that you use the student atau provide the apa, kalau di zaman sekarang itu kan ada Flipgrid. Nah, sudah praktis lah pakai Flipgrid-nya. Oke, no, I have a Flipgrid, and then please practice. Oke. Kan gitu. Kemudian ada lagi language games. Nah, di dalam language game itu seperti apa? Oke, coba Anda pakai yang namanya Spotify. Di dalam Spotify, kalau Anda mau menggunakan teknologi ya, misalkan language game-nya itu ada Spotify, pura-pura, I mean that you ask your student one as a speaker, and then the first one as a apa yang itu sumbernya as a host, and then the one is a narasumber, kan gitu. And then in a language game, maybe you have a such kind, okay, apa ya, kalau language game-nya itu mungkin ya pakai apa yang bisa improve the student communicative, role play, saya kira juga bisa. So here, Mas, Mbak, if you want to be success in your process of teaching learning, You must provide many activities. You must provide interesting material. You must provide many things that the students are motivated to learn in English. So that is the keyword. And again, when you are applying CLT, the first one that before you deliver your material, you must prepare well. So I think it takes a lot of time. That's can I answer. Have you got the point? Ludwig?
Yes, ma'am. That's very good.
So here you apa ya? Ya, Anda kan digital apa ya? Anda kan ini generasi apa? Generasi Z apa generasi itu kan sudah lebih mahir lah gitu. Oke, so clear ya for the CLT? Okay. So we continue for the next that is about audiolingual method. Any volunteer? Audiolingual method. Siapa ya yang belum? Rosita. Please share screen about audiolingual method.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, come on.
Wait a minute. Can you see my screen?
Yes, okay. Rosita, please open your cam. Are you able to do that or do you have a problem with your signal?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I can open my camera because my Wi-Fi is not stable, ma'am.
Okay.
The definition of audiolingual method is a method in which all important aspects of language learning are applied here. The important aspects are reading, writing, listening, and speaking. And then the principles here is the teacher will play an important role during learning. The exercise will be done repeatedly, and the comment given will be in a foreign language. And then dialogue, and then the technique, dialogue memorization, backward build up or expansion drill, repetition drill, chain drill, single slot substitution drill, multiple slot substitution drill, transformation drill, question and answer drill, use of a minimal pairs, complete the dialogue, also a grammar game. And then implementation. This method can be implemented in many ways and tends to be fun. The first is to ask students to make short conversation and then memorize the conversation. The teacher can give a sentence and then ask the student change the sentence into a negative sentence or an interrogative sentence. And then the advantage that can be taken from this method are certainly many, including that students can easily understand the target language because of its present delivery. And then the second, that student will be able to build chemistry with other students because this method is suitable for teaching large number of students. And the next, of course, student will be able to speak foreign language fluently. And then the disadvantage of this method is that it requires competent educators and is really fluent in pronouncing a foreign language. And then this method can sometimes also be boring because of many repetition in it. Also, students are also not taught material about grammar, so that sometimes it will cause grammar writing errors. That's all, ma'am.
Ma'am, still unmute, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, Rosita. Okay, and then any question to Rosita? Silakan, Hanifa. Tako ore, datang duduk diam tak kasih 56 loh ya. Anda ini 4 SKS loh. Mau tak dapat C atau D? Ayo, please be active in my class. Ya, come on, Hanifa.
Okay, Rosita. I would like to ask you, is this method, audiolingual method, like emphasize or focus on fluent and accuracy? Because from what I have read from certain resources, this method need the students to speak like native, like what the teachers demonstrate. So my question is, do in ALM audiolingual method focus on fluence and accuracy, or just one of them? That, thank you.
Okay, Hanifa, I guess that audiolingual method is focused on fluency because there is the goals of this method, I guess. Is it clear?
So it is only for fluency, and then the accuracy is
Wait. Maybe I guess the accuracy is not enough here.
okay, Rosita. Thank you.
Okay, still any question? Hello, come on, student. Any question, please? Wait. Ada pertanyaan enggak?
Me, ma'am.
Yes, come on.
Rosita, in principle, the teacher
What is your name? Your name, please.
Manda.
Manda, come on, Manda.
In principle, the teacher plays an important role during learning. Then what is the role of the teacher in it? Please explain. I don't understand.
Okay, wait a minute.
Amanda ya. Okay, Amanda. Rosita, have you answered Amanda question? Rosita.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm.
I think the role of the teacher in audiolingual method is as the teacher as a model, because the teacher is give the example to the student, like that. Do you get? Is this enough, Amanda?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, still any question? Now, yeah. Oh, Akbar. Come on, Akbar.
Yes, ma'am. Rosita, in your paper, ALM requires competent educators or a competent teacher. So what I want to ask is, what if that teacher is not that competent? So I mean, the English teacher, the teacher competence is standard, just so, but he or she is creative. I mean, he can run the class well. He can encourage the learners. He can motivate the learners. So is it work well using the ALM with a creative teacher, not a competent teacher?
I think, in my opinion, if the teacher isn't have a competence, it can be run well, because yeah, maybe the process of learning will be not running smoothly, I guess. Because the teacher is a model here, so a student will be so the student will be imitate the teacher because of the role of teacher in here. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Okay. Wait. If the teacher isn't have a competence, so it can run well, because the teacher is a main role model here, because the student will be imitate the teacher. So if the teacher just creative, I guess that the process learning will be not that smooth. Is it enough?
Yes, I think it's enough. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Akbar and Rosita, ya. Okay, still any question? No? Okay, if you don't have any questions, so directly I answer Akbar question, yeah. So Akbar, so here that the role of the teachers. So when you, then in audiolingual method, the teacher's role is directing and controlling the language behavior of his or her student. It means that the teacher has an authority. It means that it's different with the CLT. In CLT, the teacher as a facilitator. But in audiolingual method, the teacher role as a director. It means that the teacher is the boss. Okay, the teacher is the boss. If I can imagine, it's like this, because the teacher always direct and control the student language behavior. And then what the student role? Yeah, the student only imitate. The student only imitate what the teachers do, what the teachers hope. Yeah, it could be considered is in ELM. Have you got the point what I say? Akbar?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So here it is the rule of the ELM. So here, okay, you must be back again all of you, my student, in ELM, it is based on oral-based approach. Jadi in ELM itu focuses on oral-based approach that drill student in the use of a grammatical sentence pattern. Tadi kalau in the past, siapa Naufal ya, if I'm not mistaken. Ma'am, what about the accuracy? Nah, Naufal ketika bertanya tentang accuracy, ketika Naufal bertanya tentang accuracy, ini akan lebih tepat kalau kita ngomong di ELM. Jadi ELM ini dia akan fokusin kepada accuracy-nya. Oh, grammarnya nanti gini loh ketepatannya itu, kan gitu. Jadi karena di sini oral based approach that drill the student. So here this is the learning process. Ini misalkan teachers-nya ada dialog ya, ada imagine there is a dialogue, and then the teacher say or you tadi kalau ma'am what about if the teacher isn't good atau the teacher isn't good in his or her competent, yeah, maybe the teacher can use tape recording or the teacher can use YouTube, okay, di play gitu ya, play hello student, and then the student repeat hello student. Nah ini di sini tuh drillingnya jalan mas. Jadi di sini dialog teacher, imitation and repetition from the student, and then drilling yaitu ada repetition, ada backward build up, change, substitution, transformation, and question and answer. Nah, di sini reading and writing-nya based upon the oral work that the student did earlier. This is the learning process in ELM. Ya. And then apa? First process dialogue. The teacher introduce a new dialogue that contain the target language. Then the teacher model mencontohkan the dialogue for 2 times. Student try to memorize its line in the dialogue. So again, the student memorize here. Yeah, the student memorize. What about in the imitation and a repetition? After the teacher model the dialogue, student try to imitate and repeat loh. Student ini tadi dia disuruh memorize, after that imitate and repeat. Ya. Then the teacher along with the student repeat the dialogue. Oh, both of them repeat. Nah, this is in ELM. So because the teacher want the student accuracy. Okay, next. In the process of in this process, student given some technique by the teacher and then they try to practice. Nah, to practice-nya itu tadi ya sama juga dengan drilling. The technique in this method and then the student spontaneity when they are doing direct conversation. This is a kind of a drilling, practice. Okay, and then repetition drill. Teachers repeat the dialogue, student repeat the teacher's model. Expansion drill, break line into several parts. Student repeat, teachers grip cue until student can repeat the entire line. Okay, so and then a question. The teacher give a question to the student must answer it quickly. So after the student read the dialogue, the written text, and then the teacher give question, and then the student answering. Okay, and then which one? Nah, after this is in the process of reading and writing. After the teacher drill the student with some technique, now the last process is reading and writing. Students are asked to read the dialogue that they learned it before, and for writing, students try to write back the dialogue based upon the oral work. Kan juga repeat lagi kan ini Mas Yan. Ya. So what about the interaction? You can read ya by yourself. So what about the interaction? Tadi kan I have mentioned you about the teacher's rule, and then what about the interaction? There is a student-to-student interaction in chain drill, but this interaction is a teacher directed. Jadi the interaction itu between student and student, but it is based on the teacher's comment, the teacher's directed. So most of the interaction is between teachers and students and is initiated by the teacher. It must be initiated by the teacher in ELM. And so what about the goal here that the teacher wants their student to be able to use the target language communicatively? In order to do this, they believe students need to overlearn the target language, to learn to use automatically without stopping to thinking. Okay, and then which one again? This is the advantages. So, students are able to speak the target language mungkin ya, communicatively and appropriately. Tadi accuracy-nya tadi. Students are able to provide a correct response. However, the student become passive learner. And then, what do you think about this? It's a kind of an interesting method in ELM. So you always direct your student. You always direct your student. You always direct your student. You are the model and then you always direct. Kamu itu harus gini seperti saya. You must repeat after me. You must do like me. Itu in ELM. Any question related to the ELM? Okay, is that clear? ELM. So, yeah, if Naufal, tadi yang tanya related to the accuracy sama fluency ya. That's the differences between CLT and audiolingual method. The audiolingual method itu drilling, always drilling. So the accuracy emphasized on. But in CLT, di dalam CLT, itu dia tidak focusing on accuracy but fluency. As long as you can answer my question and then the process of communication can run well, we go on. Itu CLT. Have you got the point, the differences between CLT and ELM? Yeah, is that clear ya? Okay, so good job. Next, we have a continue the last, we still have it's about 15 minutes ya. Okay, yo, come on, volunteer please. Suggestopedia or the Suggestopedia. Siapa yang belum pernah? Halo, come on. Siapa ya? Anissa sudah kah? Naufal sudah, Beta sudah, Nadal. Siapa lagi yang belum ya? Nanti belum tak ini. Azika. Azika, have you? Azika? Have you? No, oh sudah ya tadi. Azika itu les mana ini ta? Putri Fania sudah, Widya, Nadal. Ayo, come on, volunteer please.
Saya belum, Ma'am.
Oh iya, come on, Laksmana. Okay, that's good. Ayo.
Mohon izin share screen-nya, Ma'am.
Yes, okay.
So this is my work about the Suggestopedia. The Suggestopedia developed by a psychiatrist from Bulgarian, Georgy Lozanov in 1970s. So the Suggestopedia is a software of the observe of suggestion to pedagogy, and also the suggest is the opposite of Suggestopedia. It's used to remove the negative feeling. So the principles of this Suggestopedia, I got it from the book from you. Learning is facilitated in a cheerful environment. And second, as a student can learn from what is present in the environment, even if his attention is not directed to it. Third, if the students trust and respect the teacher's authority, they will accept and retain information better. And fourth, the teacher should recognize that learners bring certain psychological barriers with them to the learning situation. Teachers should attempt to suggest this. Assuming a new identity enhances students' feeling of security and allows allows them to be more open. They feel less inhibited since their performance is really that of a different person. And dialogue that the students learn contains language they can use immediately. Songs are useful for freeing the speech muscles and evoking positive emotions. The teacher should integrate and indirect positive suggestions into the learning situation. The teacher should present and explain the grammar and vocabulary, but not dwell on them. The bold print allows the students focus to see from the whole text to the details before they return to the whole text again. The dynamic interplay between the whole and the parts is important. Fine art provides positive suggestions for students. One way that meaning is made clear through native language translation. Communication takes place on two planes. On one side, the linguistic message is encoded, and on the another one is factors which influence the linguistic message on, and on the these two planes is are conscious plane and subconscious plane. On the conscious plane, the learner attends to the language and on the subconscious plane, the music suggests that learning is easy and pleasant. When there is a unity between conscious and subconscious, learning is enhanced. A calm state, such as the state one experience when listening to a concert, is ideal for overcoming psychological barriers and for taking advantage of learning potential. At these times, the distinction between the conscious and the subconscious is most blurred, and therefore learning can occur. All right, I'll continue to the technique. The technique used for the Suggestopedia method are classroom setup, peripheral learning, positive suggestion, choose a new identity, role play, first concept, or active concept, second concept, or passive concept, primary activation, and creative adaptation. And the implementation for the Suggestopedia is, for me, I got this one. I think I got this from book, if I do not wrong. In a bright and cheerful classroom, teacher displaying posters of the grammatical information about the target language around the room in order to take advantage of the students' peripheral learning. And also I got another one. The teacher initiates interaction with the whole students in the class and with people proper from the start of a language course. Initially, the students can most effectively reply non-verbally or with some goal, language phrases they practiced later, and later the students have greater minutes of the goal language and might reply greater correctly or even provoke in reply themselves. And the advantages of this method are authority concepts. Authority concept is student will remember best and maximum prompt through records coming from an authoritative source. Students can achieve the goal of the teaching instruction from both direct instruction and environment in which the teaching takes place. Help to inspire students to be extra experimental and appearance to the research aside from the instructor for language input. For students could make a new sentences using the grammatical shape positioned within inside the partitions of the classroom.
Question,
And the, I'm sorry.
Oh yes, okay, continue.
I'm sorry. And the disadvantage for the Suggestopedia, the first, the use of the Suggestopedia is expensive. This may be because this method requires special training in class. Classrooms should be equipped with chairs so that students feel comfortable during the class. Classrooms should be decorated with colorful materials and posters, and in some cases, even flowers and aquariums. The audio player can also play background music during the class in the classroom, so they will not bored in the class. Second, it might be tough to exercise this method in growing countries like Indonesia. There may be approximately 40 until 50 students in a category in growing countries compared to the European countries in which there are best approximately 10 until 15 students within inside the magnificence, making it greater, powerful, and without problems coordinated. In case of growing countries, the teacher will discover it took to govern to the students because of the huge wide variety of the magnificence. The third, the Suggestopedia may result in introverted students lowering their learning effectiveness in this and in this teaching method, students must be active in their learning and be ready for self-expression. By doing this, they can also get more attention from teachers. Therefore, if a student is too silent, the teacher may inadvertently ignore the student. Fourth, the Suggestopedia emphasize students mastering in a comfortable environment. Teachers create students through their overall performance in magnificence. However, now no longer the conventional check mode. However, it could result in students dropping motivation in mastering due to the fact that there may be no pressure. The fifth, for students who can't study in a loud environment, the usage of song in getting to know the method might now no longer be powerful as it will worsen and disturb them. It's just too complex to exercise as it can be hard to divide their minds into sight. One to another the song, the alternative to the lesson. This human option to study in a quiet magnificent in preference to in a category with historical past sound. Six, invalidation learning. The magnificence is conditioned to be in a childlike situation. There are a few students who no longer want to be handled on this way due to the fact that they suppose it's immature. Seventh, the use of the Suggestopedia as a teaching method is time-consuming. The teacher employs numerous sports which eat time. This method will no longer be possible in a time-aware situation. Students are made to play with the jobs within inside the dialogues they study numerous times. In addition to studying the text with special emotions. This is achieved after the teacher has already fed on a lot of time with the aid of studying the textual content slowly on the tempo of the historical past music. I think that's all from me, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome, Laksmana. Very complete explanation for me. And I hope for us have got the point from this Suggestopedia. So before I wrap up from this Suggestopedia here. Any question from you, student? Any question? Yes, come on. Abdilia Putri and Akbar. Come on. Jangan banyak-banyak ya.
Yes.
Silakan,
Yes,
Abdilia.
ma'am. So since the class runs cheerfully and enjoyably, I think the teacher is not strict enough. So how to overcome if the students are too noisy and maybe disturb each other? Like that, ma'am.
So, Laksmana, what about if the students are so noisy and disturb each other? What the teacher rule? Is that right, yeah, Abdiya?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, one. So what is your rule if you implement that method?
I think actually this method already disturb others and is a lot environment for teaching, and if there are some students that disturb others, the teacher can still to remind them to be more silent or be quiet, just to not disturb the others. But of course, there's no pressure in this method, so it's fun. Thank you.
Yeah, Abdilia. So because it is fun, so the teacher's job just say, he give a suggestion. Apa in bahasa Jawa sugesti. Have you ever heard sugesti? Pernah dengar kata sugesti? Jadi di sugesti, okay, please appreciate your friend. Please do what you have done. Jadi teachernya itu harus mensugesti itu. Teachernya itu harus mensugesti, gitu loh ya. Sama, Anda juga disugesti. Saya harus lulus 8 semester. Saya harus bisa mendapatkan nilai A. It's your suggestion. Itu disugesti in your mind and it must be written. It must be written. And itu sedikit masuk ya. Kalau orang Jawa kan biasanya, ayo nggak makan, nanti sakit. Sugestinya apa? Sakit kan? So please write in the positive way. Ayo jadilah anak baik, bukan jadilah anak nakal. Jadi gitu, ayo jadilah anak baik, makan yang banyak ya, biar sehat. Besok kalau jadi ibu sama bapak gitu ya sugestinya. Jangan, oh itu loh anaknya nuwakal, oh senengannya melayu-melayu. Ada, itu sugestinya based on my the language choice-nya kurang tepat. Oke, yeah, that's good, Laksmana ya. So please use a good suggestion to your student. Although they are disturb their friend, halo, di-appreciate dong. Apa pokoknya pakai kata-kata yang disugesti tadi loh. Yang fun, yang cheerful, itu konsepnya di Suggestopedia. Okay, next, come on, Akbar.
Yes, ma'am. So in this Laksmana paper, there is periperal. Okay, what I don't. I'm still confusing about it, ma'am. So what is exactly periperal learning itself?
Yeah. So Laksmana, what is periperal learning here?
I'm sorry, ma'am, but I forgot the definition of the peripheral learning. But I think I got it from the book. Let me check it. Okay. All right, I found it. Peripheral learning is a technique based upon the idea that we perceive much more in our environment than we consciously notice. It's claimed that by putting posters containing grammatical information about the target language on the classroom walls, students will absorb the necessary facts effortlessly. The teacher may or may not call attention to the posters. They are changed from time to time to provide grammatical information that is appropriate to what the students are studying, so they can get something like image or imagination from their mind by seeing on the posters on the wall. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, Akbar, have you got the point here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you,
okay.
Lexi.
Yes, okay, you're welcome. So, student, because time is limited, so please give applause to Akbar. Give your reaction here. Okay. Okay, before we end the class session, please open your cam and then I will take a picture. Wait a minute, please. Yuk, 1, 2, cheese. Ayo, Akbar. Aduh, wait. I have a problem. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the second slide. Second slide. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so thank you. Student, I will write in a forum. If you still have a question related to this, this material, so you can ask me. Yeah, do the reflection in the forum. Okay, thank you. See you. Bye-bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Next week, I will give you a quiz related to those topic. Yeah. Okay, dadah. Assalamualaikum.